Well, what's going on now? They're branching. It's called branching, where they start flapping, and then they get lift and they fly up, and then they come down and they'll land out of the branches out away from the nest. And any time now, because we've been watching, they've been doing a lot of flapping and doing a lot more of the hopping and getting up, up in the air above the nest. They could fly any time now. So one day we're going to come down here. We're going to see them in one of the other trees. They won't be in the nest. They'll be in one of the trees, and hopefully some of us are here to see them do it. Oh yeah, because there's very few places in this country where you can be this close to a nest. I mean, you're right off the road. You're maybe, if you're standing on the other side of the fence, you're about 50, 60 yards from the nest, and it's very rare for you to be able to be that close. And the thing about this too is, since it's in a parking lot, these eagles are used to people, so they're not jumpy. If you ran into, eagles that were out more out in a wild area where they don't see people much, they wouldn't let you get close. Like they'd call out, and they might fly around and make a lot of noise trying to get you to leave. Where these guys are used to people being around. Like there's soccer games and football games and different things, and they just go about their business. They feed, they eat, they sit up in the tree and preen themselves. And the father, it's about a month ago now. It was in the morning, and he was probably out hunting out west of here. And I've met the police officer who was first on the scene, and because originally people thought it may have been he had gone in the road for roadkill, but the officer said it definitely wasn't roadkill. The carcass that it had wasn't smashed up or anything. His idea was that it probably had caught something and was flying, and it fell. He dropped it, and he was just going back to pick it up, and he didn't see the car, and the car hit him and just kept going. And then some people that saw it happen stopped and called the police, and then an officer from here in North Aurora was the first one on the scene, and picked it up and held it and was checking it out, and that actually died with him. He was rubbing it and trying to calm it down, and he just said it kind of folded its wings in and closed his eyes and died. I've been following this particular group for 7 years now. The nest has been here for 7 years, and I've been following it for that 7 years.